All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Houston Texans. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Alabama, 380.
Touchdown, defense. Patch it.
Hey, 166.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Brady gives to Michel. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
53 win now.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Go. 55. Hey, 66.
From the gun, it's Brady. Got his man. That's Harry. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Wait, set 53.
Check 56. Tackle. Whip. Watch the whip. Check it out.
Alert.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Woo-hoo. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike.
53 win now.
From midfield, here's Brady. That's caught by his tight end, Isaac Nauta. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey. You got three.
Alpha.
Mike's 56. I got it.
Hey.
To throw, it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Wait, set 380.
Check 56. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
36 seconds.
And they'll try Michelle here running on the right side. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Brady. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Anthony Ferkser, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Sit 180.
Check, 47. Drop deep.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Sit up. 180. Hey, ball. Sit up.
On 1st, they go right back to Howard. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Sit up. 180.
Check, 47. Here we go. Check.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. Thomas has got it. Complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
I got him.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Jason McCourty, a safety blitz and a sack. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There's a hush indeed. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Motion out of backfield. Motion out.
Go bandit.
Hey, check right. Watching your five.
Move.
Screen.
72.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Brady. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one and a New England first down. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And he'll find Hall. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Wide 80. Hey, go 66. Hey, Orville.
Don't get nervous. 56 to Mike.
Go bandit.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Brady. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 27 yards there, a first down.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Regular. 55.
Throwing now is Brady. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans 16. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
3 buns.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play, end result, touchdown.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Trubisky with a give to Howard. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Trubisky, complete to his tight end, Seth the valve. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On first down, they run with Howard. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Here's Brady to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Patriots send out their punter. DeAndre Carter's deep for the Texans. He gets it away, and it's a laser, headed for the sidelines. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Hey, exit.
Looking to throw again on second down. Trubisky, man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 42.
16 yards. And the
18. Hey, shoot.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
47's the mic, boys. 47.
Throwing once more. It's Trubisky. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Trubisky to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play, that's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
You better be afraid of me. Watch the safety creep.
Now Trubisky to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
First and 10. 46-yard line. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Trubisky. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
Now Brady on the bootleg. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Brady now to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Shadow.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle there by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Wait, set, right, 20.
Watch 85. I'm coming. Check 3.
Looking to throw on second down. Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, check it. Hey, my 7. Check it, reload.
On play action, now Brady. And able to connect with Berrios. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 31-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Crunch. Alert.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. On Body Calhoun, a sack coming off the corner blitz. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw is Brady. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Wait, 20.
Check 55 to mine. Rip right.
South of. Hey, 66.
From the gun, it's Brady. Going to throw right side here, complete. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. Badgley able to punch this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Right 80.
7's the mic. Watch the out.
Throwing on second down, Trubisky. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 38. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Wait 10. Wait 20.
56 is the mic. Let's go, baby.
72.
On first down, Bolton. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. N'Keal Harry, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was set to Valve, and it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated, the front and the back.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of sad. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Check.
18.
Check. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Watch the run.
Here's Trubisky. And he rifles one incomplete. The intended receiver, Josh Reynolds. And it's third and short. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Texans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Trubisky going deep for Hopkins. And oh my goodness, what a catch at the 6. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Watch that.
Blue.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans cut into that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is secured by the Patriots. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They'll run on first down. Michelle. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Who that? Motion. 72.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Watch the slant. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Go, baby. Go 50.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Brady going to throw. That's complete to Nauta, the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's certainly one way to beat the blitz. Get it out of your hands quickly and get it to the big fella.
Very effective. Saw the pressure, got rid of it, and the completion ensued. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Hey, go 66.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Michelle on the counter.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Check.
And it's Michelle once again. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it execute.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Trubisky. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
That's it, baby. We got work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, Delta.
43 is a mic, boy. 43. Check, 43.
From the 27, Trubisky. And my goodness, another interception. Duke Dawson picks it. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
Let's go out. Go, 66.
Again, it's Michelle. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Brady. He'll get this to Devlin, his fullback. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken at his 4.
At their own 38-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before.
That's caught inside the 20. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
It's a gain of 45 yards. And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Alert.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Buzz.
Man, I got you. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike.
One last shot for Trubisky. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So call off the pick 6.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
Go. 180.
58's the mic. Come for you.
Alert.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic.
Hey, Haywood.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. You remember me? Let's go, baby.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Pats, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now, and they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.